Alrighty, welcome back. This is a three-part podcast. I was just doing the Saints game balls because I gave them to Taysom Hill, Michael Thomas as well. Taysom Hill and Michael Thomas because they were the two that got the game balls. 9 receptions, 104 yards, no touchdowns. And Taysom Hill, 18 of 23, 200 carries and attempts, 233 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And on the rushing end, he had 10 carries and attempts, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, 24-9, Saints beat the Falcons. Excuse me just for a moment. The Washington football team beat the Cincinnati Bengals 20-9 at FedEx Field in Washington, and they will take on Dallas on Thanksgiving Day in the late game, and you'll get previews of that then. But this was one game. Cincy had the same thing. They had, I think, 3 field goals in this one, I do believe. I think they had they had 1 touchdown and they had 1 touchdown and 1 field goal. They had so they had they only had 1 touchdown and 1 field goal, and since they just couldn't get back into it, and they just I got to give credit to where credit is due, and that is to the Washington football team. Alex Smith, 17 of 25, 166 yards. And the 17 of 25 for carries and attempts, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Antonio Gibson, the running back, 16 carries and attempts, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. And Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver, also gets a game ball. 5 receptions, 84 yards, no touchdowns. The LA Chargers beat the New York Jets by a touchdown, 34-28. And the Jets fall to 0-10. They are still looking for their first win of the season. And this one was close, but the Jets are still a doormat. And this one, it was close, but the Jets could not get over the hurdle. And so I give the game balls Justin Herbert, 37 of 49 carries and attempts, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Kalen Ballage, 16 carries and attempts, 44 yards, no touchdowns. And Keenan Allen, 16 receptions, 145 yards, 1 touchdown. Boy, what a day for Keenan Allen. Had a heck of a day. The Denver Broncos beat the Miami Dolphins at Sports Authority Field in Denver, 20-13. In Denver in Sports Authority Field. And I won with the Saints, and so did my brother-in-law. He took the Bengals. I won with Washington, so we lost on that one. And that's why I let you know of that. And Miami had a chance, and they just could not get over the hurdle in this one. My brother-in-law and I both took Miami. We both lost on this one. So, but I got to give credit to where credit is due, and I got to give the game balls to the Broncos. Drew Lock, 18 of 30 carries and attempts, 270 yards, no touchdowns, one interception. Melvin Gordon, 15 attempts, carries and attempts, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Tim Patrick, 5 receptions, 119 yards, no touchdowns. And we both took the Chargers, and we won on that one, my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle and I. So, and the Dallas Cowboys beat the Minnesota Vikings on their home field, U.S. Bank Field Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 31-28. And the Cowboys have been hurting without Dak Prescott, but they had just gotten Andy Dalton back. And so I have to give credit. Minnesota had a chance, and they just could not get over the hurdle. And they had several opportunities and couldn't take advantage of them. So I got to give credit to where credit is due. Andy Dalton, 22 of 32 carries and attempts, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Ezekiel Elliott, 21 carries and attempts, 103 yards, no touchdowns. And Amari Cooper, 6 receptions, 81 yards, and no touchdowns. And Dallas will play Washington on Thanksgiving Day. And I'll preview that one on Thanksgiving Day. And I took Minnesota, and so did my brother-in-law. We both took the Vikings, and we lost on that one. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Green Bay Packers in overtime, 34-31, at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Green Bay tied this up in the final seconds of the fourth quarter to send it to overtime, and then a few minutes in overtime, Indianapolis kicked a field goal to win it for them. And I got to give credit to where credit is due, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers, 24 of 36 carries and attempts, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor, the running back, 22 carries and attempts, 90 yards, no touchdowns. And Michael Pittman, 3 receptions, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. And this came down to the wire in overtime. And last night on Sunday Night Football, and we both took Indianapolis, my brother-in-law and I, we both won on that. Well, he took the Packers, so my brother-in-law lost on that one, but I won on that one because I took Indianapolis. But on Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Los Angeles Raiders 35-31 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And this was one of those games where it could have gone either way. And this is one. And in the first quarter, the Raiders scored their first touchdown of the game. Jacobs. Excuse me just for a minute. I gotta go back to the. Oh, Josh Jacobs. Excuse me. Josh Jacobs, left guard for a 2-yard touchdown, and Carlson's extra point was good, and it was 7-0 Raiders. Then Patrick Mahomes passed short left to Tyreek Hill for the 3-yard touchdown, and that was Chiefs' first touchdown. And Butker's field goal was good, and it was tied at 7. The Raiders scored their second touchdown of the game. Derek Carr passed deep left to Nate Aguilar for the 17-yard touchdown. Carlson's extra point was good, and it was 14-7 Raiders at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Kansas City Chiefs scored their second touchdown of the game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right guard, for the 3-yard touchdown. Butker's extra point was good, and they were tied at 14. And then the Raiders had 12 plays, 74 yards, and they got it to the KC 35-yard line. And Carlson kicked a 35-yard field goal, and it was good. And it was 17-14 Raiders at the break. In the third quarter, the Raiders scored their second touchdown of the game, which was the only touchdown of the third quarter. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right tackle, for the 14 yards, touchdown. Butker's field goal is extra point is good. It was 21-17 Chiefs at the end of the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, the Raiders scored their third touchdown. Actually, their third touchdown of the game. Derek Carr's pass short right to DeAndre Waller for a 3-yard touchdown. And Carlson's extra point was good. It was 24-21 Raiders. And then the Kansas City Chiefs scored their third touchdown of the game. Le'Veon Bell left end for the 6-yard touchdown. Butker's extra point is good. And it was 28-24 Chiefs. The Oakland Raiders scored their fourth touchdown of the game. Derek Carr passed short right to Jason Witten for the 1-yard touchdown. Carlson's extra point was good. It was 31-28. And Patrick Mahomes passed deep middle to Travis Kelce for their fourth touchdown of the game. Was 22-yard touchdown. And Butker's extra point is good. And they would go on to win by the final of 35-31. And the Chiefs go to 9-1, and the Raiders fall to 6-4. And I have to give credit to where credit is due. I have to give the game balls to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes II, 34-45 carries and attempts, 348 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 14 carries and attempts, 2 touchdowns, 69 yards. And Travis Kelce, 8 receptions, 127 yards, 1 touchdown. And those are the scores from Week 11. Right now I am 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4 in my picks right now. And my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, who I do the picks with, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And right now, the best he can do is 7, and I can have a chance to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm 9 and 4. Excuse me. The best that I have a chance to go to 10 and 4. The best that my brother-in-law can do is 7. So I am going to go on to win the picks this week, and so we'll see what happens with tonight's game. Monday Night Football, the Bucks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams, which kicks off at 8:20. I will be back in a little later on for the Monday Night Football pregame show of Scott Sports 101. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.